Hey, English language teachers and program directors, Emily here. I hope you're doing well. Now, I know you and your students have some pretty high stakes English language assessments coming up here at the beginning of the year. So we here at Mango figured we put together a little video to help you manage prepping your students for these big assessments. Because like it or not, these tests hold a lot of weight and they can be stressful for your students. They can also be stressful for you, as I'm sure you know, because your students' performance on these exams can impact your district's funding for the next school year. Regardless of the ELP summative assessment that your ELLs take, maybe that's WIDA Access 2.0, maybe it's ELPA or Last Links, TELPA, or any other state-specific assessment. The truth is your students' performances on these tests can be shown anonymously on public-facing websites and reflected on your district's report card. And of course, your district also has the pressure of meeting your state's ESSA requirements regarding how much progress your ELLs make throughout the year and how many exit the program. So this video is really for any K-12 teacher, program coordinator, or administrator who's there to help these ELL newcomers prepare and take these ELP assessments. And the 4 tips that you're going to hear in this video don't just come from my head. They come from a collection of tips that I've gathered from my colleagues, some of whom have worked directly with testing agencies. Some are former teachers, some are administrators. So in talking with them all together, I have gathered 4 easy tips that you can use to help your newcomers succeed on their next ELP summative assessment. And I should mention that most of these come down to the speaking domain of tests. And the reason why is because the speaking portion of a proficiency exam is typically the one that provides the most stress for the students and for the teachers. Okay, without further ado, let's get to those 4 easy tips for helping your ELL newcomers on their ELP summative assessments. Number 1, slow down. A lot of times when students rush to speak, they start to ramble, they end up with more disfluencies, then they start to feel less confident, and that is just a vicious cycle. So if they can keep a slow and steady pace, they're more likely to feel in control to do their very best. Okay, point number 2, talk loudly. If a scorer can't hear or identify the words that a student is saying, they simply won't get the credit for it. And this one's really common because what happens when we're not feeling confident, when we're feeling test anxiety, we lose our confidence, we get a little softer in our tone. Maybe at some point it's even unintelligible. So remind your students, forget the whispering, speak confidently, and speak loudly. And point number 3, this is for my teachers out there, focus on pronunciation practice both inside and outside of the classroom. And if you are looking for a way to do this, Mango Languages has an awesome feature for you, and I'll show you how it works right now. It's honestly so much fun. Look. Okay, obviously I'm also a native speaker, but this is just as an example.
I'd like to read today.
I'd like to read today. Nice. So then I can pull it over here and compare. Let's see how I did. We can listen to the original.
I'd like to read today.
Mine. I'd like to read today. Let's see.
I'd like to read today.
Hey, that was pretty good. Honestly, as a linguist, this is one of my absolute favorite features that we offer at Mango because what we have is native speaker audio. It's authentic input. It's not an AI-generated robot voice. These are real voices, real people that you're listening to. And it's important to note that most testing agencies aren't grading students on pronunciation accuracy, but if they can't identify the word that the student is trying to say, then they just won't get credit for it. Okay, and then tip number 4, practice using the headsets. So when your students are taking their assessment, they're going to be wearing one of those headsets with a little mic. What will happen is that the students will allow the mic to actually just be up because they're not used to wearing a headset. They don't walk around with these things on. They're not thinking about that. They're worried about the test. And so if your student forgets to drop that mic down, doesn't matter how loud or clear or slow they're speaking, the audio isn't going to be captured properly. So 2 things, practice using the headset with your students prior to testing day. And then on test day itself, if you can, remind them, hey, mic's down by your mouth. Well, that is all for today's video. Those were our 4 easy tips that you can use to help your ELL newcomers prep for their exams. And if you'd like more info on how Mango Languages can help you and your language learners, then click the link that we have for you in the description. And if you liked today's video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell so you never miss another video from us. Well, that's all for today. From me and the rest of the Mango Languages family, good luck on your upcoming assessments and let us know how you did. Ciao!